Hey guys, welcome to the first Blue Hawk Game Day show of the year. We're so excited to be back with you guys. As you can see, I have a new host with me this year. This is Cass Venner. She's going to be with me all throughout game day.
As Dallas mentioned, my name is Cass Venner. I'm a senior from Billings, Montana. I'm on the softball team, involved in different student activities on campus and whatnot.
And as you guys remember me, I'm Dallas Mitchell. So just to clarify, Coulter is not here today as a host. We only saw it to be fitting that he be our first guest on the show. So Coulter, you want to introduce yourself?
This is weird, guys, because I'm usually sitting in that spot. But I'm Coulter Hickok. I'm now the facility supervisor of aquatics over at the West River Community Center and for Dickinson Parks and Rec. And for a long time, I was the host on this show and also regular Hawk Talk. And then just graduated last May, last May. I guess that counts as last May.
Months ago.
Yeah, it only took 6 years to graduate.
How does it feel to pass the reins over and not be in charge of this?
I'm happy that you guys are taking it over and gonna run well with the show. I'm really happy that Ron and Trace are still here, always keeping the direction. Plus, it's always good to see these guys. No, I think it's gonna be great that you guys are taking it over. So, did that answer the question?
Yes, it did answer the question.
Being in this seat is so much weirder than usually sitting in my regular spot. I can tell why the guests are so nervous now, just because they have no idea what the questions are beforehand, even though they really do. They just pretend like they don't.
Now you know the secret.
Insider secret. But yeah, this is different.
A good different though.
Sure. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I guess we're going to check out the weather for today. A little bit more hot than usual for the Hawks. 12 p.m. looking about 89 degrees. 1 p.m. about 90, 2 p.m. 93, and 3 p.m. 94. We actually had to move up the game due to the weather conditions at 12 p.m. So hopefully the Hawks can handle that weather. Hopefully those boys stay hydrated all day. Yeah, good luck, Hawks.
It was kind of funny. I called my mom and I told her that the game got moved up, and she was like, have they never played in Arizona before? We're used to playing in 120 and it's 90 degrees there.
Not everybody gets to play in Arizona.
I know. I'm sorry.
But you got to drink the pickle juice.
Yeah.
There are
cramps.
a lot of people
No
that drink
cramps.
the pickle juice and the Gatorade and the Powerade because we represent everybody equally. No paid sponsorships. But yeah, people will be cramping. Hopefully not too bad because that can be kind of rough on the playing conditions. Yeah, just drink water.
Heck yeah.
So I know you've been a host here for a while, and I feel like the fans kind of know who you are, but we want to dive deeper into who is Coulter Hickok. So, Coulter, what did your time look like at DSU?
I mean, as I said, it was 6 years. I played football. I originally came here because of a football scholarship. Unfortunately, things didn't really work out where I got some head injuries, but Coach Stanton, I talked with him, and I wanted to help the football team out however I could. So I became not the assistant coach, I became the assistant student manager because there was already a manager there. So as soon as this guy graduated, I kind of took that over. I was a film guy, water boy, laundry boy.
You name it.
It was everything that they needed help with. So yeah, I was just happy to help out with whatever I could. And then sophomore year came around after my second freshman year. We already talked about this off camera, but that's when I kind of got involved with the Heritage Foundation and then helping out with Hawk Talk. And so, yeah, I guess that's really, the rest is history.
All right, man. What are you doing now that you're graduated?
As I said, I am the facility supervisor of aquatics over at the West River Community Center and for Dickinson Parks and Rec. So that just means I'm really in charge of the pools, the lifeguards, ordering food for the outdoor pool when we were in season for that. Just making sure that everybody was having a good time and staying hydrated and not keeling over.
So do you see yourself being in Dickinson for a long time then?
I see no problems with Dickinson. I really enjoy the community. People here are great. People at the foundation are great. School are great. So, as long as I don't see myself leaving here for a while, then I'm here for a while.
Can you tell me a little bit about your TikToks on the West River Community Center Instagram page?
Oh yeah, so basically they decided that because I have the model body for somebody being in one of those videos, it basically started when I saw a video of Bert Kreischer. Do you guys know who that is?
I believe so.
No.
He's a comedian, and this was the time where he was coming out with his own movie, and that was the same time as The Little Mermaid was coming out with the remake that Disney made. So I thought this would be kind of funny to promote the outdoor pool opening. So what I did was somebody at the West River Community Center had like one of those mermaid towels, and we got some like green tablecloth. We wrapped it around. I got like a pink seashell bra that we made out of construction paper, and we cut up a towel. And like honestly, we didn't even need to. I could have put the towel on, but we wanted to be
Very innovative.
realistic. But my office got covered in red little cloth pieces. So yeah, that was just kind of the start of that, and then things got moving on to where I was promoting flag football, dodgeball or kickball, and then so yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
TikTok star of Dickinson, North Dakota, right here.
Unfortunately, we can't use TikTok, so it's Instagram Reels. So if you're curious about what we're talking about, you can go to Dickinson Park's Instagram and then the West River Community Center Instagram.
Your views are going to go up after this show.
I really hope so. That's what I'm always trying to promote, is just promote the
Free
heck-
promotion right here for Coulter.
Except when it comes to brands, no free ads.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
All right, so what's your favorite part of the DSU football game?
I mean, honestly, it's the tailgate.
Yeah.
I mean, people really enjoy the tailgate. They've been growing that thing for years. It's huge ever since I started going, even though I really couldn't. I first experienced it when I was like a senior in high school, getting recruited, seeing the game, meeting the people from the Touchdown Club. Everybody's great there. People from the foundation, and everybody just wants to hand you food. Like, that's the weird part about our tailgate. Like, people are just there to have fun, free food, free drinks. If you're over 21, you can participate, but like sodas, waters, whatever it is, it's a lot of fun. Like, you get to meet people that you would never thought you would get to meet throughout the community, and that's like a good connecting way. Like, you just get to meet all these people, and it's a lot of fun. We get the music cranking, the cheerleaders are there, then the hawk walk. You get to see the players without the helmet, without the shoulder pads, everything. And then you get to be like, oh yeah, there's actually a kid under there. Like a kid that means a lot to the school, good community representation. So I think everything that happens at the tailgate is all for a good purpose.
So you said from your first time going to it now, it's definitely grew and expanded from what it was.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, so like the cheerleaders, like when I first started here, we didn't have the biggest of cheer teams. I think maybe there were 6. And now there's 2 crews of cheerleaders that participate. Sometimes you get the competitive team, they're there cheering on the sideline team or whatever it is. More community involvement, more businesses even go to the tailgates. And then pushing the old Hawk's Nest up to the, because that thing goes about maybe 5 miles an hour. Sometimes you gotta be right behind it with your hazards on just to even try to limp it up
Push it
the hill.
forward.
So
Awesome.
it's awesome just to see how much. I mean, last year there was a mechanical bull there.
Yes, there
Oh, yeah?
was. There was.
There was a mechanical bull in the tailgate. Like, what other school does that?
Wasn't there a keg?
There was a
built into
keg and
porta-potty?
built into a porta potty, which I thought
Yeah.
was the coolest thing ever. I'd never seen or heard anything like that.
I
Yeah.
haven't
There
either.
was?
There
Yeah.
was.
Well,
You
I'm
definitely
not
missed out.
participating in football anymore, so
You're gonna be at the
might
porta
have
potty.
to.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, did I answer the question?
Yeah, you
You
did.
totally did.
Fantastic.
Sounds kinda
Nailing
cool,
this
too.
guest position.
All right, now what we're here for, your Blue Hawk football team. We're going to go into the recap of the Rocky game. The Hawks did lose a close game against them last week in Billings, 20-19. There were multiple standouts for the Hawks, but unfortunately it was not enough to take the win. But they had a good week of practice to prepare and recoup for this upcoming game against Mayville. And kind of when we talked about weather, it's been hot this week, so hopefully that kind of helps prepare them for the game later today. Mayville also is coming off of a loss from last weekend against a Frontier opponent where they lost to Montana State University Northern 14-0. But on the bright side, over the years of the Hawks and the Comets competing, we do hold the Comets 20-1 over the course of the games, which looking pretty good for the Hawks.
Odds are in our favor, hopefully.
So we decided to let Coulter still have some reign in the show today. So we're going to let him take over the news in the North Star from this past week.
I'm so excited about this. Guys. You have no
We
idea.
knew you were going to be excited, so we were like, we'll surprise him. We'll just let him take charge of this.
All right. So last week, Valley City, they go and they play Jamestown in Valley City. This game actually kind of kicks off like the start of college football. Brand new week 0 going into the 2023-2024 football season. Jamestown, Valley City, this game kicks it off, and it's actually kind of fun just to maybe talk a little smoke about both teams because, I mean, I hate Valley City. I hate Jamestown equally. So it's always fun, but it was a really good game. So Valley City upset Jamestown. I think it can be considered an upset.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe a battle of the toilet bowl. Don't really know if I can say that because now I'm a guest, but I'm just going to speak my mind. And then moving on, so Waldorf beat Briarcliff 35-20 and will be taking on the University of St. Francis.
Later today. Yeah.
Later today? That's what it is?
Yep,
All
later
right, just
today.
making sure. Dakota State lost to Dakota Wesleyan 23-13 and just played Wisconsin Lacrosse, who we previously played before, and one of our old coaches, he coaches there, Coach McGuire. That would be last night where they lost 31-6. Did I say that correctly?
Yep.
31-6.
Sure did.
And like we said before, Mayville lost to Montana State University Northern, and they're in the Frontier. We played a Frontier school. We played Rocky Mountain College. The Frontier is no joke.
No, they're in any of the sports.
No.
They're pretty stacked all around.
Do the Frontier schools have a lot of like softball, baseball?
Their softball teams are normally ranked in the top 25, I would say, majority of them.
Wow.
So they're pretty good.
So as we just said, Frontier schools are no joke. But yeah, I mean Mayville just to only lose by 2 scores, it's to be commended.
It's not terrible, yeah. That is not. I tip my hat to them for that, for sure.
However, that game probably could have been considered the battle of the toilet bowl because MSU Northern is really kind of down in the below the ranks of Rocky Mountain or Frontier specifically. Then where am I at?
Last one.
Oh yeah. A reminder of what the conference looks like this year. We unfortunately lost 2 schools in the North Star. We lost Presentation and Iowa Wesleyan. This did put some implications into kind of our system for the conference, along with not just football, along with the other sports. We got volleyball, we got basketball, we got softball, baseball. Did I say softball twice?
No.
Okay. So I
You're
did say
doing
softball twice. Yeah, that does kind of play a big part into our school specifically, just because like I had interviewed Coach Stan one time and he had said that Presentation and Mayville were kind of like travel partners. So, I mean, Mayville is going to have to try to find somebody to then travel with them. So, like, the Hawks can play one day, then the Hawks can play the other opponent the other day. So, it just doesn't affect football. It affects a lot of other schools, and my heart goes out to those kids. Like, I heard Presentation was allowing some students to finish out their degrees, and then, like, back to softball. Didn't Presentation choose to graduate rather than go to?
Yes, so last year at conference, they did choose to graduate instead of coming to play us, so they did not participate in the conference tournament for softball this past May.
I mean, that does seem kind of rough. Like, you only really get like one college graduation.
I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my heart goes out to everybody. I mean, we talk a lot about how Presentation was not the best, but like, we're all part of the North Star family.
Right.
So we can joke all we want, but really it's about kids and
Yep.
getting a degree.
Yeah.
So shrinking down to the conference, switching down to the conference of 5, which includes Mayville, Valley City, Dakota State, Waldorf, and of course Dickinson State.
Now going into the picks of the North Star, hopefully now that you are just a guest, maybe your picks will be a little bit better, but you only have 2, so I mean, your odds are looking in your favor so far.
Wow. Thank goodness.
So for the first pick, we have Waldorf, who is currently 1-0 at University of St. Francis. This is going to be their first game, but they are ranked 24 out of 25. So for my pick, I am going to go with University of St. Francis.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that one. Tough one, huh?
He just wants to pick otherwise so he can say.
You know, I'm trying to break out of that habit because we had Dallas and Hillary last year. They always were dogging on me the entire season for home games when we were doing Blue Hawk Game Day. For once, Dallas, I think I'm actually going to agree with
Wow.
you and Cass.
Wow.
I'm going to
Too
agree
cool
the
to-
University of St. Francis takes this game against Waldorf.
Times have changed now that you're a guest.
You know, once you get older and you get
And older and wiser.
older, I don't know about wiser. Yeah, you kind of see the error of your ways, and maybe you decide maybe you pick with Dallas because she knows apparently football better than I do.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm learning, but I wouldn't say I know more.
Surface level. Right
Yeah,
now.
surface level. Yeah.
We'll get into
I've only-
strategy later.
Yeah.
I only played the sport for like 10 plus years, but
And for our second pick in the North Star, Mayville, who is 0-1, and Dickinson State, who is 0-1. Dickinson State is currently ranked 19, and these rankings will not change until September 11th. I don't really think we need to talk about this. I think we all can mutually agree that we're going to pick Dickinson State. I would hope so.
Staying true to DSU.
You're going to say you're saying?
I'm leading up to it. Dickinson State has a special place in my heart. I love this place. So, never a day I bet against the Hawks. Never, ever, ever. I do like this table because I can
Bang on it?
Yes.
I think that we should just have you come on every show, and when we do the picks, you can just do your thing. And
I mean,
I think we could make it happen.
there probably could be a soundbite,
We could.
not telling Trace or Ron to make a specific soundbite with my face on it, saying never a day I bet against the Hawks. But
Hint,
I'm just
hint.
kind of throwing that idea out there. I don't even know
If anyone is listening.
I don't even know if they're here right now. Maybe not behind a partition or anything, but I think that could possibly be a thing. There may have been a thumbs up from a man named Trace Wells. Unclear.
All right, and now to our sponsors. We have a lot of sponsors to thank. The DSU Heritage Foundation, Consolidated, Dakota Bank, Charbonneau Car Center, Bush Lumber, and of course you, the fans. Without all of you, this show would not be a possibility, so thank you. Also, be sure to check out our social medias on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at DSU Foundation.
After this game, the Hawks will be at the University of Wisconsin Stout next weekend. Then we'll have the weekend off of the 16th. Then following up with that, they will make a long trip to Waldorf, and then they will round up September by heading next door to Valley City. The Hawks will finally be back at the Hank on October 7th, where they will take on Dakota State. So catch the game right up after this, and as always, Hawks are up.